Hey guys, it's Mr. Ray, and this is part 4 of our drum major clinic video session. In the last video, we talked about hand positioning, and now we have to talk about creating our drum major plane, our conducting plane, if you will. So basically, what we're gonna do is you're gonna take your elbows and you're gonna raise them up until they're in line at chest height, okay? Sticking your fist straight up towards the ceiling, almost like you're flexing, but just go ahead and keep your fist straight up. Okay, so you want elbows at chest height, elbows are up, chest height. You want to make sure that your hands lower while your elbows stay up. I'm going to readjust this camera really quick. So, like I said, elbows straight up, hands straight up, elbows in line with your chest. Bring your hands down without lowering your elbows, okay? Then check your hand positioning. All 4 of your fingers really tight together, thumbs tucked down, and then palms down. Palms almost facing down to the floor. You can have slight lift from your elbow up to your fingertip, but you don't want it to get crazy. You don't want it to be like this, to where you're going to be conducting up here and look like you're trying to fly away. Keep your hands down. Keep everything pointed towards the wall out in front of you, and then your thumbs pointed down at the floor and your palms facing the floor. Okay? You never want to conduct below your chest level. Okay? So you can go out and you can come in, but you don't want to start conducting down at your stomach, or else nobody's going to be able to really tell what's going on. And it does create some issues with people being able to see, especially in the back, and especially with people that have larger instruments like the battery and the sousaphones. They're not going to be able to see you conducting down here really small. So you need to keep it up, keep your plane level. Okay, so let's find our plane again. Elbows up, chest level, fist up towards the ceiling, palms coming down, tucking your thumbs in. Okay, when I conduct, I'll usually bring my hands a little bit closer together. Okay, so my elbows aren't full 90 degrees like this. That's usually what I'll use to conduct a little bit bigger. So for right now, you can kind of bring your elbows in or your hands towards one another, so you don't have to keep it 90 degrees. You can bring them in some, and then once you get here, once you've found this plane, you need to make sure that you relax your shoulders. Relax, drop everything down, make sure everything's nice and loose, and then just pop back up to it. Okay? The last thing that you want as a drum major is to be carrying a bunch of tension in your shoulders and in your elbows, because you're going to fatigue really quickly that way. And anytime that you start to fatigue, you're going to slow down, and you're running the risk of pulling the band apart with the tempo. Because if you start dragging, the battery's probably not going to slow down with you, and then we just have a giant mess on our hands. So you want to make sure that you're keeping everything as relaxed and as loose as possible as we're going through this. So one more time, let's double check our plane, and then we'll start talking about our conducting patterns as we're going for it, okay? So last time we're checking it. Elbows up, in line with your chest, all the way across both arms. Hands go up, fingertips towards the ceiling, and then you lower. You saw me, check your fingertips. Okay, lower, shoulders, everything. Keep your elbows high, but your shoulders don't need to be tensed up. Okay, shoulders down, elbows high, and a little bit of lift. Okay, you want your fingertips and your wrists all in line. Okay, so don't do what I was just doing and having my hand kind of propped up like that. Bring it down, and then just drop your elbow a little bit to get some lift. Okay, you don't want to create lift with your wrists. You want to create lift with your elbows by dropping them down, and that immediately brings your hands up. But the only thing you have to be careful about when you drop your elbows down is look at my palms. You see how they immediately come up? Okay, so if you do too much and you drop down too much to create more lift, all anybody's going to be able to see is your palms. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. Check your plane. You don't want to drop any lower than that. You want to keep it right here, right in the middle of your chest, making sure your shoulders stay loose, fingers together, thumbs tucked in, and then we'll start conducting in the next video.